Hey guys, this is Rob, back with another episode of Church Talk. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about our sound. We're going to get into a little bit of our tech. Our tech director is not here right now, but I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what we use. Right now our tech booth is just a little bit of a mess where we've just kind of recently moved in. We still have some, you can see over here, we still have some sound treatment to put up. But what we are using, let me flip this around, you guys can see. What we are using is the Behringer X32. Probably most of you guys have seen this board before. A lot of you guys know a whole lot more about it than I do, I'm sure, but that's what we're using. It's a great digital board. It's very simple to operate. It's user friendly. And they have these small speakers set up so they can hear just a little bit better back here, and also be able to hear some talkbacks as well. I was talking a little bit ago about why we put our booth back here, and you can probably hear the difference when I'm out here in the sanctuary versus when I walk in here. Maybe you can't, I don't know, because I'm wearing a microphone. But we initially thought that this entire wall was going to come out and we would just be in the uncovered room there. But what ended up happening is, I'll walk back in here and show you real quick. Back here behind the screens, there was a breaker box. And then up here in this area, I was told that there's a beam that runs all the way across. So we weren't able to pull this completely out like we wanted to. So that's why we had to put our sound system back here in that room. Is that actually ends up being a great place, and especially with the X32. If any of you guys are looking at going digital, we've had good service out of the X32. I know some people love it, some people hate it. It's a lot of personal preference in there, but with the X32, one really good thing about it is you can control it from an iPad. So we can actually come out here, and once you get everything mixed down and EQ'd and everything correctly, you can come out here and sit in the middle of the sanctuary and listen to what everybody else is hearing and mix on it. So if you're thinking about going from an analog board to a digital board, but you have a place like that where, which it's not ideal to be back in another room, but with a digital board, it can work a lot better. It can be a lot easier. So if you have an analog board back there, it would be a little bit more difficult because you're not hearing what everybody else is hearing. But that really wasn't a concern of ours because it's digital, that we can get it dialed in where it needs to be, and then our sound guy or sound girl can come out here with the iPad where everybody else is at and get the final mix down during service and make those little adjustments with volume that they need to. So for us, it worked out really well that we could put the sound booth back there in that room, and it gives us more seating room when it comes time that we need to fill in more seats. We didn't have to build anything out here in the sanctuary or anything like that that's going to take up extra seating. So for us, it worked really nice. Like I say, with having the X32 already, they already knew how to use it, how to set it up, how to do mobile. It worked out really well because see, we used to be this area behind me where you see the cross right there. That used to be the stage area before the transformation of this building. And the sound system was back here on this wall behind me. So there was a huge transformation there. And so when we turned everything around and put the stage where it should be, then it gave us a lot more space, it gave us a lot better sound, but it did give the challenge of where to put our sound equipment and where to put everything at. And like I say, we wanted to be able to open this whole entire thing up and just keep just like a little 4-foot wall, just kind of keep that small wall right there. But it couldn't happen. So, we don't complain about it. We just work with what we work with and find solutions. So if you guys have a situation similar to this, and maybe maybe you're asking questions, about how can I make this work? Comment down below, or maybe you've had some different solutions that's worked for you, or maybe some other ideas. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys have as your sound booth. Maybe something that's working well, but it's not ideal. Because I know a lot of sound guys, they want to be in the middle of the room on the floor level. But for most churches, we find out that that's not going to work because it's taking up space for the congregation, taking up seating that you don't really have. I know in a lot of larger churches, that's not really an issue because, it was made for it. But in most churches, at least in our area here in West Virginia, there's not a lot of mega churches around here. And probably throughout the U.S., there's probably a lot more of churches our size that range from, maybe 100 people to a few hundred people. And that's kind of the demographic that I'm going for with these videos, is to reach out and share with people who are about in the same thing that we're in, that's in that 100 to 200, 300, 350 person congregation. And maybe the smaller congregation, to where when we've grown into where we're at, that we can share what we've done for another congregation who's maybe just a little bit lower and they're growing as well. That maybe some of the things that we've done, you can learn from the stuff that we've done. If we've done it right or we've done it wrong, you can maybe learn from our mistakes or from our successes. And as you guys comment down below and share what you guys, some of your challenges have been, and the way you guys overcame those challenges, so that we can just communicate together and network together, and help each other come up with some good solutions. So guys, thank you all for watching Church Talk. Be sure you guys hit the like button. Be sure you subscribe if you like this type of content, and it'll help the channel. It'll help the channel grow, and it'll also let you guys know when we post new content, that you'll be notified of it. So guys, thanks for watching Church Talk. Be sure that you hit the like button. Be sure that you subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. So guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Church Talk, where we were just talking about the soundboard itself. Next episode, we'll go up on the stage and we'll look at a few things up there. Man, if I could stop coughing, that'd be great.